Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're doing another video. The other day one of my family members gave me a box of old cars that they had, and I'm going to show you all the ones that were in it. There were quite a few cars in it, and I'm really thankful to her for giving them to me because there were some really nice cars in there. The first one, all these are range from age from the 70s to the 90s, which is kind of unusual, I think, because there are some of the newer cars in it. But this is a Hot Wheels Red Line. It's the Formula Pack, made in Hong Kong, 1973. I think it's from 1976 though. So it's really nice. I don't have very many red lines, so this is a new one. This is a really nice one. Even though it's a little paint chipped, it's alright. It's still in pretty nice shape. I like it. It's nice to have a red line. I'm just going to show you all the really good cars that are up here, and then we're just going to go down to the floor and I'll show you all the other cars that were in it. This is a Maisto VW 1300. I can't remember what series this is, but I've seen them where they have the yellow wheels, and I thought that these were kind of hard to find. And this one's in pretty good shape. The only bad part is that it's missing a little bit of the front bumper there, but it's pretty nice. I really like this car. There aren't very many Maistos that I really like that much, but that one's really neat. Then we've got this Lesney Matchbox Sight Dumper. This one's really unusual since, well, it's nice that this thing opens. It's very heavy, and it drives this way instead of going that way, because the seat is facing the other way. So it's kind of an unusual little thing, but it's really neat. It's in pretty good shape. Not too many paint chips. Then we've got this Hot Wheels Ford Aerostar. I don't know what this one is from. It might have been from a set, but it's got this trick thing where you can drive over something and then it'll flip the car. It'll go like that with the flip trick thingy. I'm not really sure, but I really like the Aerostar model, and I'm glad to finally have one since I didn't have one before. So this one's really neat, and it's got the chrome windshield, which is kind of unusual. Then we've got this Ertl Cannonball Run 80 Chevy. This one's really neat. The wheel is kind of broken, so I'm gonna have to glue it back. If you can see it, like, kind of separated from the tire separated from the wheel. And same with this one, but I glued this one, so it's not as bad as the last one. But it's a pretty neat car. I really like these Ertl cars. These are really nice. Then I'm going to show you all the rest of them. So these are the rest of the cars that were in that box. So I put them in a row. So the first 3 rows are the better cars, and then the last row are just like generic cars that aren't as good. But I'll show you. We've got this Matchbox cement mixer, but it doesn't have the cement mixer part on the back, if it'll focus. And then we've got this Hot Wheels tow truck. I don't know what this car is called. It doesn't say, but it's neat. Then we've got a Hot Wheels McDonald's NASCAR, which is really nice. There's a Maisto Chrysler Hemi concept. I've got one of those already. Then there's this really neat truck. It's just a lifeguard truck. It's in really good shape, which is nice, because I like that truck model. Then there's this Power Rocket, I think. Yeah, that one's pretty neat. It's in pretty good shape. Then there's this car. I don't know what it's called, but it's in also really good shape. And I also had another one of these that's the same color and stuff, but it's more beat up. Here's a Ferrari F50 that says Stunt Machines on the side. This one's in really good shape too, which is really nice. Then there is this Evil Weevil, I think is what it's called, but it's missing a wheel. I don't know how that happened, but it's also a nice little car. This is I don't even know what this thing is, but it's a little amphibious vehicle, which is kind of nice. If it'll focus, it's an unusual little car, which is kind of nice. Then we've got this Thunderbird stock car, I think. If it'll focus. There we go. It says extreme ramp jump on it. This one's really nice. I like that one. Then I think this is a Zymex truck. I'm not sure. It doesn't say on the bottom, but it's got the Z, so I would assume that it's Zymex because that's what they did. There's some Tootsie Toy cars. There's another Zymex. I've got a few of them, but it doesn't say on the bottom on this one, which is weird. Here's another Zymex. I think it's an Audi police car. This one's really neat, but it's missing the front, which is too bad, but that one's still really neat. I don't know what this car is called. The Dogfighter. It's pretty neat. It's got the propeller on the front and it spins, which is nice. Then we get to some of the better cars. This is an Ertl GMC truck from, I don't even know what it's from. The Colt from Fall Guy, I would assume. But that's a pretty neat truck. I like that one. Then we've got this Hardee's Roadrunner Chevy truck. It's yeah, Chevy Fleet Side from the 90s probably, I would assume is when it's from, but I'm not really sure, the 80s maybe. It's got the trailer hitch still. It's in pretty good shape, which is nice. Then there's this Hot Wheels drag car, the Dragster. It's got the chrome paint on the side. It's pretty nice. Then this one's also really neat. It's a 94 Camaro, I think, or a 95. But it says buckle up, hold on the side, 360. This one's really neat. I like the Camaro. Then here's another Tootsie Toy car. It's older than the other ones here, but it's more beat up. But that's alright. Here's another, here's a Pontiac Regis. This one's really neat. It's in pretty good condition. It says, I don't know what it says on the side. I can't read it. And then we've got this Maisto Semi. It's a Mercedes, which is really nice. It looks like it's missing the piece on the back that holds the trailer, so the trailer doesn't really stay when you hook it up. It's kind of hard to see where it goes. It goes there, but then it'll just kind of come off. And the trailer's got a piece where it opens and closes on the side, and you can set your car there. That's really neat. And then we've got this car. This is the Twang thing, I think. It's a pretty neat car. I've got a blue one, I think. This one's really neat. It's a Shelby, Hot Wheels Ford Shelby Cobra. It's a really neat car. The hood opens and it's in pretty good shape. And it's nice that it's got the Hot Wheels on the side. This is a Matchbox Chevy Transport Bus. I haven't seen this one. I don't know what year it's from or anything. It looks like a 90s one, but it's in really good shape. There's not really any paint chips on it at all, which is nice. Nice Chevy. Then we've got two of these golden die-cast Mercedes. I don't know what kind it is, but I think I've only got one other one. It's one other car of these. It's a Ford van. This one's pretty neat. And then that one's gold and this one's blue. They're the same model. And they've got nice wheels. That's what I like about those. This, I don't know. I think it's just a generic car, but I like the wheels on it. It looks like the old Matchbox wheels, and it's got a lot of weight compared to some of the generic cars. But it's kind of beat up. This is a, I don't know what this is from. It just says Hasbro DC Comics on the bottom, but it's a Batmobile. This one's really neat. I like this one. Then we've got this Landlord. I've seen plenty of these before, and this one's got no engine or windshield, and it's a little beat up, so that one's alright. Then we've got another Pontiac Regis. This one's really neat. I like this one a lot better than the black one, just because of the wheels and the paint. It's pretty neat. It's nice yellow. Then we've got another, I think this is a Kidco. It's a 79, looks like a Ford van. It's pretty beat up, but this is a nice car. It'd be a good one for restoring. I don't know what would go on the top, like with these two holes there, but it's a pretty neat van. And then we've got this Matchbox Excavator. We're getting to the end of the good cars. This is a Matchbox Excavator. It's very loose, the crane or the hook, I mean the digger part, so it must have been played with quite a bit. But it's pretty neat. Don't have an excavator like that. And then I'll just quickly go over the generic cars. Since there aren't too many of them that are good, I like this one. It's pretty neat. And this this Mustang is kind of neat, or at least I think it's a Mustang. That's a Zymex, I'm pretty sure, but it's broken on the top. It's the Mercedes Gullwing, but it's pretty neat. They're all pretty neat cars. But yeah, the ones that were on the table over here are the best cars, especially this Redline, which is nice because the Redlines are pretty expensive for what you can find, and these are the best cars that were on here, I think at least, that were my favorites. I like these. So thanks so much to my family for helping me get these cars, and Thanks for watching, you guys, and don't forget to check out some of my other videos, and don't forget to subscribe.